Hi friends, welcome to class. This class is part of my magnetic core series. So go ahead and get started on your mat. Come on into your hands, knees underneath the hips, shoulders above the wrists, and circle over the wrists. Push the ground away from you with your fingertips and your inner knuckles here. Connect breath with movement. And switch directions. It's always good to warm up the wrists before any practice where we're bearing a lot of weight on our upper bodies. And go ahead and switch positions so that the fingertips are facing towards your body. Feel free to widen up the stance if needed. Stay here or feel free to come into a plank. Push away the mat with your fingertips. Send the heels back. Gaze forward. And lower the knees down onto the mat. Switch directions of the hands so that the fingers are pointing more or less forward. Then take the knees. Tuck your toes. And lift and hover the knees above the mat. Try to round out through the upper thoracic spine here. Imagine that you're trying to separate your shoulder blades. And then push back into an almost low-like downward facing dog. Stay active here, engage through the core, gaze between the thumbs. And then push through your legs, tuck the tailbone in, come into your high plank pose. Hover the knees above the mat, come into this low turbo dog. Then lift the right leg up and over to the sky, engage the core. And push off with that left leg, ripple forward and bring your right knee to your left tricep. Take an inhale. And on the exhale, bring that right knee higher up on the tricep, almost as if you're trying to touch your armpit. Remember to protract through the shoulders. And then come back into this turbo dog shape. Lift the right leg up and ripple forward. Right knee touches left tricep. Bring the right knee down towards the wrist. And then touch your right wrist with your right knee. Bring the leg up, creating these square shapes. Remember to protract through the shoulders. And push back into this turbo dog. Left leg reaches up towards the sky now. Bend the left leg, ripple forward, and bring the left knee this time towards the right tricep. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, bring that leg higher, as if you're trying to reach your right armpit. Then push back into this turbo dog shape. Send your hips up and back into space. Lift the left leg up. Bring the left knee to the right tricep. Drop it down towards the right wrist and switch over to the left wrist, creating these box-like shapes. For 3, 2, 1. Push back into this turbo dog. Now from this turbo dog shape, we're going to ripple forward. And move your hands further away from you. So stretch out here and find your awkward plank. Engage the core. We'll be here for 30 seconds. These holds really cook our core Push the ground away from you. We're halfway there. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the forearms slowly to the mat and walk your feet in and hold this dolphin pose. And you can keep the knees bent if you wish. Hold it here for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently walk the feet back and find your Sphinx pose. Open up through the chest. Send the collarbones forward. And gently gaze between your thumbs, tuck your toes, and push up into your forearm plank. Send the heels back to the mat to distribute your weight. And remember to round out through the upper thoracic spine, separating the shoulder blades. Hold it here for 3, 2, 1. Come on onto your right forearm here. And lift up through the right hip. Push out. And you can lift the arms up as well if you wish, or just keep it down. It is up to you. For 3, 2, 1. Come back to center and we'll switch sides. Remember to press your left hip up towards the sky. For 3, 2, 1. Come back to center. Lower your hips down onto the mat for your Sphinx pose. Then gently lower down. Place your left hand at the 10 o'clock direction and your right hand at the 2 o'clock direction for oscillating cobra. Inhale to rise and exhale, lower. Inhale to rise and exhale, lower. Inhale, lift and exhale, lower. One last time, inhale, lift. Hold it here for 3, 2, 1. Release. Bring your arms off to the side. Palms facing down. Lift your head, lift your chest, and lift your arms out, followed by the legs into locust pose. Reach out through your fingertips, through your toes. Be heavy in the hips and hold it here for 3, 2, 1. Release. Rest your left ear onto the mat. Then bring your hands over to your chest and push into your turbo dog. Push out through the fingertips, through the knuckles. Engage the core. Then we'll take a 10 count journey to the top of the mat. And we'll go on our tippy toes for 10. Keep your gaze towards your thumbs. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on onto your butt and find your Ardha Navasana Then reach the arms overhead. Lift up through the chest. Hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hug the knees into the chest. Rock side to side. Bring your right knee close to your chest as your left leg extends up into the sky. And imagine that you're trying to bring your right leg closer to your chest. Place your palms in a fist and try to push out that force. Pushing out your leg that's pushing into your chest. As we lower down the left leg, keep that force here. For 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Hug the knees in towards the chest before we work our way to the opposite side. This time, extend the right leg up towards the sky, palms in a fist, and pull that left knee towards your chest as your fists push it out. Lower the right leg for 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release and hug the knees in towards the chest. Extend the legs out towards the side here. And bring your hands together. Interlace your hands so that the index finger is pointing straight. Remember to engage the core, point out through the toes, and lift up for 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. Lift up through the chest. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hug the knees in. Then point both legs up towards the ceiling. As we lower the legs, push the ground away with your hands. You can lower up to here. We're just going to use our legs to lift our hips just off the ground, not too high. For 10, 9, 8, 7. Squeeze the core. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Now grab your big toes with your peace fingers. This is where we're going to engage the core to control our momentum. So rock up over your head and come into your Navasana. Engage the core. Roll down. For 8, 7. Exhale on your way up. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Drive the heels and the toes into the mat and come into a supported bridge pose. Stretching out and opening up the front body to counter all of our crunching work. Engage the glutes. Then release. Rock up into a passive squat. You could either stay in passive squat, or for those of you who would like to take crow pose, bring the knees high up onto the triceps, almost as if you want to reach your armpits here. Gaze just past the top of your mat. Push the ground away with your fingertips. Go on your toes. Lean forward with the collarbones. And drive the heels towards the butt. Hold it here for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Lower down onto your back. And take another supported bridge pose. Counter pose to counter pose. And slowly release your lower back onto the mat. Thank you for joining class today. I know that it was not easy. I hope that you enjoyed this practice. It was an honor to share this practice with you. Namaste.